Now this is a cluster house development that is located right on top of Bukit Teresa. Now Bukit Teresa is a hidden landed enclave right alongside District 4, and a lot of people don't even know that this landed enclave exists. We are bringing you to a project with 11 cluster housing right here, and we're heading up to a corner terrace. I think if you're in for a $3 million kind of range for a freehold landed strata, this might be one of the right choice for you. So let's go. Alright, so before we head into level 1, this is the entrance to your patio space on level 1. And as you can see, we're actually on an elevated ground even at your ground floor itself, because over here this is actually your basement level coupled with 2 of your own private garage. We're going to show you a corner terrace unit, which is this particular house right at the corner. So over at the flip side, there are 6 houses right there, and then there's another 5 on my right hand side. And Teresa 8 was completed around the year of 28. Maybe to give you a bit of landscape about this area is that we are located along this small little elevated hilltop called Bukit Teresa. There are only about 30 odd landed properties right here, and then there are 2 cluster housing development. One is Teresa View, which are the large size cluster houses. Those are going close to about $4 million. Teresa 8, 11 of them freehold in status. These are all terrace units, with some of them being at the corners. So of course at the corner you have the additional privacy. You also have additional set of windows that opens up to the side. So why don't you come on in? Do you just feel like there is no air left to breathe? Every unit right here faces the pool directly. You are also elevated from the walking level right along the pool deck itself. So technically speaking, no one will actually walk past your house. The only person that you'll be facing is one of your neighbors right opposite. But of course, all the windows are done with tinted glass. There's this very nice portion right here for you to utilize. So this can be done as an outdoor space. That is a great space for alfresco dining. You can also use this as your laundry area if you want it. On top of being a 3.5 story, so you already have that 4 levels right above ground. You also have an additional basement level. So all in all, a total of 5 different levels, 5 huge bedroom sizes. 5 bedrooms are all en suite, additional powder room, additional helper's room at the basement level. Later we'll talk more about the basement, but meantime, let's chat a little bit about where is this exact location. This is right opposite towards that new development which is still under construction, and that is called Avenue South Residences. And we're just right across from the AYE, being the dividing road between Avenue South and Bukit Teresa. If you're coming from Tiong Bahru area, you need to drive down from Lower Delta Road. You turn left, you'll hit Kampong Bahru, and do a slight left turn, that will be Bukit Teresa. We're also right beside this housing estate that you might be familiar with, and that is called Bukit Permai. That HDB housing enclave give you access to groceries, give you access to coffee shops. You can also cut right back towards the Tiong Bahru area, and you'll be able to see a lot of different housing estates within this vicinity as well. Usually, residents over at Bukit Teresa, their favorite hangout would definitely be Vivo City, because that's so close. And of course in future when Keppel MRT station is available, there'll be an added convenience as well. Right now, of course, a lot of people will head down to Vivo City, or they will head back towards Tiong Bahru. In terms of the train station, there's also a lot of buses right here that are located outside the Kampong Bahru road itself. Let's have a look at the living room space. The main door is coming from the pool deck area itself, and of course you have a secondary entrance to head down towards your basement car park. If you come towards the main entrance, you'll find that you have this entire space as your living room area. Ceiling height is also very decent. That is close to about 3.2 meters estimated. This unit is very different from the rest of the unit. If you're buying an inter-terrace here, this will be a plain wall, because inter-terrace are in between 2 different neighbors' unit. Being a corner, you get this side window that brings in so much brightness towards your living room space, plus your entire stairway as well. So dining space right here, right now is a 6-seater. I think you can comfortably go out to an 8-seater. Of course, enclosed kitchen. This is really a very decent size because it's a nice rectangular shape. Mixture of 2 types of burner system for your cooker hob. And of course, this is a SMAC cooker hood. Couple of storage space right at the top. And of course, over at the bottom, there's also close about 8 panels and 3 drawers. We also like the fact that because you're on an elevated ground, so this gives you that kind of ventilation that you would like to have rather than really being on the ground level. The most important thing why a lot of people love cluster housing is, of course, you save the hassle of trying to maintain the exterior facade of your own landed property. Buying a pure landed, you're buying the land plus the entire structure, and that belongs to you. So of course, if there's any roof leaking and stuff, that is under your own care. Buying a strata property, you have to pay MCST fee. So for Teresa 8 per month is about $500 odd, which is pretty reasonable. So usually for cluster housing, because you're buying a size that is 3,300 plus square feet like this house itself, based on the share value with 11 units in total, 500 plus is considered very decent. So the beauty about paying the MCST fee is that the exterior facade is all taken care of by MCST. You only need to manage the interior. Let's have a look at level 2 first. Because your level 1 ceiling is high, there is a L-shaped kind of stairway towards level 2. And the interesting thing is that the developer has built in a small powder room right here for your guests. They can use this powder room when they come to visit you without using the bathrooms in all your ensuite bedrooms. Now, as we head to level 2, this is where your master room is being located. And of course, the entire level 2 is dedicated to your master. How great is that? Master room is extremely good size. If you notice, there are some of these louvers outside. These louvers, of course, they add in as a privacy screen for your room, and of course, you can close up your curtain during the evening. Queen bed, 2 side tables, very good size. There's still this area for you to add in your wardrobe space if you want to. If you want to build up additional storage, of course, you can stack up carpentry right on top of your bay window right here. So you can have many different usage. There's this nice small balcony right here that lets you see that rock wall outside. On the left hand and right hand side, these are all landed properties. There are no high rise within this area. Now, if you come here, 2 large panel wardrobes. If I were to close the door, there's still an additional L wall right here that I think you can build an additional L wall wardrobe system. Easily 3 panels of storage for your clothes. Because this is your service area for your master room aircon. This room is extremely good size because they have designed the entire level 2 to be for the master room. Level 3 will be very fun for your kids because that is where the 2 common bedrooms, which are both ensuite, are located at. As you can see, we're filming right now at about 11 AM. We don't have to technically on any lights because the side windows are huge. They bring a lot of brightness into the house. In terms of orientation, if you were to follow me to this first common room, that is Tiong Bahru. You can see how close you are in town. This first room, of course, is the smaller common room. We're planting a single bed for you to visualize the space. That can go up to a queen bed by sacrificing the side table. Behind this door, this will be the ensuite bathroom. This is a room that is fantastic for one of your kids, or you can also install a bunk bed system right there. This room will be big. This room has 2 portions. Queen bed area, your resting zone, and you have this portion here that you can fit in a nice size study table. Owners have actually renovated this entire place in the year 2011-2012. So as you can see, they've built out a nice storage cabinet right here. Fantastic for books, assessment books, storybooks. This space, you should definitely put in study table that is mounted on top of the bay window in order not to waste this area. Over here, 6 panels of wardrobe space. We just love the brightness of this home. This facing is towards south. No afternoon sun coming from this side. This is east. At the back over here, this is not a direct west facing because west is actually on the left hand side. This is a more northwest kind of orientation with north being on the right. West is coming from a high-rise project called Teresa View over here. That does help you to block off at certain parts of the years. And the northwest orientation, I would say, is pretty decent because when you buy a landed property, you will have 3 or 4 different types of facing coming in from different parts of the house. As we head up to the attic level, I think this level will be the most interesting level because you have an indoor and outdoor space combinations. Follow me. Alright, you have to have a look at the view from the attic. You overlook towards your neighbor's landed property. Then you get the skyline towards Tiong Bahru area. Nice unblocked view from here. At the front area, of course, over here, you have this nice outdoor space that belongs to you. Have a look at the landed enclave right here at Bukit Teresa. Beautiful, and of course internally, the facade of Teresa is also done pretty well as well. The outdoor space is fantastic. I think one of your kids will definitely love it. 4-panel wardrobe, super tall windows right on top, nice resting zone, its own mini ensuite right at this corner. And there's still a lot of space right here for your kids to sit down, play their board games, do their work. A little bit about some of the choices. What if you're contemplating saying, hey, should I get a 4-bedroom condo or 5-bedroom condo around this area? Or should I go for a cluster house? I think there are two different comparatives. Of course, if you were to go for a large size condo project, there's a launch that just came out at the Keppel area. That is the Reef. To get a 3-bedroom right there, which is about 1,003 plus square feet. Of course, there's a brand new development that is going at about $3 million. If you were to go for Avenue South, to get a 4-bedder, that will be at about $2.7 million. If you are going for Normanton Park, 5-bedroom right there, will be at about $2.7 million as well. New launches in terms of large size condo developments, the best thing is of course you have a full range of facilities. And of course with the increase in land price, especially with year-on-year government land sales, we do have to get used to the new benchmark in terms of new launch per square foot prices. Those 3 projects that I just mentioned, these are all 99 years developments. You will need to then decide, should you want to go for a freehold, cluster, status kind of development, which is more boutique in nature like this one at Teresa 8. This is 3,337 square feet. In terms of PSF, it's still below $1,000. It's only about 900 odd kind of range. And you're in D4. So to get a freehold in D4, I think preservation-wise, in terms of value and price, there's nothing to be afraid of, because judging by how the landed properties are moving, pure landers are rising rapidly since 2020, and I think it will continue for the next 2 years because the amount of people that is looking at pure landed has increased. A lot of people are looking at cluster houses right now because you have good size 5 bedrooms, freehold status especially. Thus, I think this is definitely a great value buy. So now let's head down to the basement. If you were to come home, this is the car park area that you will come back in from. Car park space is decent. Can park in 2 nice size cars. Over here, this is where your home storage area is. Everybody is using the home shelter as their storeroom right now. Of course, there's still an under staircase portion that you can build up. Maybe a sliding panel door for under stairway storage. You can also come here. There's a helper's room here with an ensuite bath. This room is, according to floor plan, is your games room. I like the design of this cluster house because the basement is like a half basement, half underneath the ground level. So you get this nice window panel that brings in the ventilation in. It's not moldy. You come for physical viewing, kind of experience the basement itself. Nice design for the entire development. Now, this is the ensuite that links to a helper's room as well. Dedicated area for washer cum dryer. This is the airwell that goes up, so additional brightness coming in. Very good sized room. We're just throwing a couple of bean bags, but you can just visualize this as your home office. You can work here all you want. Very good area. Now, if you want to have a look at this place, do give a call to our listing manager, Eunice and Ellen. And of course, you can click on the link down below to subscribe to our channel. My name is Melvin Lim, Propertylimbrothers. As always, we're happy to show you the place. In the meantime, take care. 2 rows of cluster houses right here. So for... Sorry, the rubbish collection truck is right. It's here already. Okay. Okay, we'll let it pass. There's a fly.